What is going on, guys? It's Handecapt, and I'm bringing you another life story moment. Actually, this is more of a life story slash life lesson. I hope you guys do learn something from this because, and I know you're gonna laugh. Trust me, it's classic humor, to say the least. Now I'm gonna get right into it, shall we? Basically, this is from back when I was in college, so I was about 19, 20, I don't know, whatever, something like that, one of the two. My buddy was living in a big city. I lived pretty much a half-hour drive from where I was going to college. He worked full-time, and he was living with another one of my buddies who was in school too, and working part-time. So they lived together in this shitty little apartment. But anyways, I'm just gonna get... But anyways, yeah, me and my one buddy, we would go at least... We would probably go out twice a week and twice on the weekends out to the bar and get really drunk, and usually end up going to the titty bar, or strippers, whatever you want to call it. We'd end up going there almost every night for at least an hour, if not two, depending. Now, where should I even start this? Let's see. It always started with pre-drinking at his house because we were broke-ass college kids, and yeah, back then you could get a case of, it's called Lucky Lager. If you don't know what it is, it's a really cheap, inexpensive, and shitty-tasting beer, but it would get you drunk, and that's all that mattered. So we'd get the Lucky Lager, and because it was $24 for a case, so 24 for 24. It's not a bad deal. If you're in Canada, it's not a bad deal. The States, I know you guys get it dirt cheap. But anyways, we were at the bar. It was my birthday. We were all getting totally drunk, as drunk can be. So anyways, yeah, I'm drinking probably more than usual. But we ended up, of course, going to the strip club, which, you know what, I fucking love going there. I always have. I always probably will. I don't go there now, but I always did love going there. I mean, my buddy didn't have a girlfriend. I did. So, we never went to the bar to pick up. We just went to the bar straight up, just literally to get drunk as hell. And that was always accomplished every week, every day. And since it was my birthday, I figured, you know what, I'm going to really go balls out and get super drunk. So I did. And like I said, we made it back to the strip club by the end of the night. And I proceeded to even drink more and more and more. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, what's this got to do with, what's the life lesson? Everybody gets drunk. You're right. Everybody does get drunk. But, you're drunk when? My buddies decided, well, it's my birthday. Why not give them, a VIP? I don't know what the price is now. It's probably changed and everything else, because everything goes up every year. But back then, it was basically $20 a song. So if you stayed for 5 songs, then, each song, you get, 5, so $100. So basically, $100 for about half an hour of a stripper just grinding the shit out of you and blah blah, whatnot, who's it, who's not, and what's it, and all that fun stuff. And in Canada, yeah, they take their full everything off. It's not just like in the States where you only get to see tits. Now, okay, you're thinking, okay, he's at the strip club, he's drunk, big deal. Where's the life lesson in this? Now, I will get to it. Don't worry. You'll understand why I'm saying this is more of a life lesson. It is a life story, but it's a life lesson at the same time. So, anyways, I proceed to go. I told my buddies I don't really want to do the VIP thing because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I was so drunk, I was, like, literally at the point of almost passing out. But they insisted, and you know what, I said fine, I'll do it, because if you go to the strip club that we went to on your birthday, and somebody says it's your birthday, the strippers actually take you on stage, and they pull your pants down past your ass crack, and proceed to whip you with a belt. So I was like, alright, as long as you guys don't tell them it's my birthday, fine. You know what, I don't care. I just didn't want to make an ass myself on stage, probably fall on my face or fall off the stage or something, so I said, fine, I'll go have the VIP, that's fine, whatever. So I went back there and proceeded to get my my lap dance from, at the time, she was probably hot, I don't know what she looks like now, and, when you're drunk, everybody looks a little hotter than they usually are. You got your beer goggles on, and anyways, so, I proceeded to sit there and get my lap dance from her. It was great, probably. I'm sure it was. Oh, there's 2 in there. Oh, I got a double kill. Never mind. So anyways, back to my story. My bad. Like I said, proceeded to get my lap dance, and then I was kind of doing the head bob. I was damn near ready to pass out, So what do? Instead of, telling her stop, I just sit there, continue head bobbing, and eventually I come to. I actually passed out. Yeah, I passed out in the strip club in the VIP. Now, you're probably thinking, that's retarded. How the hell can you pass out with a hot, naked girl on your lap? I did. Now, the life lesson, when it comes down to it, you don't want to do this, trust me. Because anyways, after I woke up, I basically said, she comes up, she's like, alright. I'm like, okay, what do I owe ya? Because I told her to stop when I came to. I told her to stop. I'm like, that's good, And anyways, she ended up saying, she goes to me, you owe me $300, and I think it was like $350. I don't know. It was over $300. And I'm thinking, I did the math in my head somehow. I was drunker than shit, but I still did the math in my head. And I'm like, okay, so you're basically telling me I was here for, like over an hour. I was here for almost an hour and a half. I'm like, no. I'm like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, I'm not paying you that much. I'm like, there's no way I was here that long. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you were here that long. And I'm like, no, I don't fucking believe that for a second. I'm like, I really don't. I don't believe it. So she continues to say, no, you're gonna pay me that. I'm like, no, I'm really not going to. And so next thing I know, she goes, finds the biggest bouncer in the bar, of course, and he was fucking huge. And so he comes over and he says, so I hear you're giving this, I forget what her name is. He's like, I hear you're giving her a hard time. I'm like, yeah, because she's trying to tell me I owe her X amount of money. And I said, there's no fucking way I was back there that long. And he's like, well, if she says you were, then you obviously were. And I'm like, no, it's not possible. I'm sorry. So he continues to actually ask me, he's like, well, who did you come here with? Did you come here by yourself, or did you come here with friends, or what? I said, yeah, I came here with my friends. It's my birthday. I mean, you guys should honestly give me a free lap dance for my birthday. And, no, they continue to basically tell me that I wasn't leaving the bar, or not the bar, I wasn't leaving the, well, I guess it's a bar, yeah, it's a titty bar. I wasn't leaving till I paid. And I'm thinking, okay, no, I'm still not going to pay. This is fucking retarded. So the guy walks me over. He's like, well, where's your buddies? So he finds them, and he proceeds to walk me over where my buddies are. And he goes, or my buddies, right when I walk over, my buddies say right away, and they're like, holy fuck, where were you? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, fuck, you were gone for like an hour and a half, man. I'm like, no way. And they're like, yeah, man, you were gone for so friggin' long. It was retarded. We thought maybe you just left. And I'm like, wow, really, guys? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, thanks a lot, you fuckers. And, yeah, I know I'm saying some swear words a lot. Whatever. If it pisses you off, sorry. I'm just trying to reference exactly what I said. But basically, I told them off, and I said, there's no way I was back there that long. And I'm like, and they said I was. So I'm like, damn it. I'm like, thanks a lot, guys, And, so no, I had to pay the lady. And, yeah, it was over $300. And I don't even remember it because I was so drunk. So this is where it really gets funny, because I actually go to the bank machine. I go to withdraw the X amount that she asked, and it said declined, insufficient funds. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, yeah. So I took out the maximum amount I could out of my bank account, which was like I think it was like $250, $240, whatever. So I was at least $100 short. And I'm like, yeah, this is all I got in my bank. I'm like, I'm dead serious. I even went and showed her. I'm like, I have $0. And she's like, well, you're still not. She's like, you're gonna have to give me something for collateral, and you're gonna have to go to the bank machine. It's about 2 or 3 blocks down. And I'm like, yeah, I'd have nothing to give you besides a hat. And she's like, well, that's not worth $100. I'm like, I know. So you're gonna have to trust me, I guess. That's what I said to her. You're gonna have to trust me. She's like, nope, that's not happening. You're gonna have to give me something worth some kind of value. And I'm like, well, I have nothing here. So she's like, well, it was almost the end of her shift anyway. She'd already done her last dance on stage. So what does she do? She's like, well, then I guess I'll have to drive you down to the bank to get my money. And I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, it's just down the road. I'll give you a ride there. Just tell your buddies you're coming with me. So I did. I told my buddies, and she legitimately drove me 2 blocks down the road. And I had to take another 100 and something out on my credit card just to give this dumb stripper. And I'm thinking, wow, this is fucking retarded. But I did it. I had to pay her because, well, yeah, I used to go there every, 2-3 times a week, and I was going to continue to go there. So I got her money, and I'm like, well, Jesus, can I at least get something for the $300? I mean, Christ. Like, you pretty much just robbed me of $300. And she's like, no, I'm sorry, it's your own fault. And I'm like, no, it's not. You could have at least smacked me around, woke me up, something. She goes, no. I'm like, awesome. And then she's like, alright, you know what, I kind of feel a little bad for you. So she goes, you hungry? I was thinking, and I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm pretty hungry. So what did she do? She legitimately took me out for a breakfast. And I made sure I got the most expensive fucking breakfast on the menu, I'll tell you that. Because I'm thinking, this is basically a $300 and some odd breakfast I'm eating right now, so it better be damn good. And no, it didn't live up to the $300 worth of shit that I paid for, basically. So life lesson, guys, please trust me when I say this. Don't ever decide to go in the VIP when you're literally at the point of full-on passing out, because, like I said, you're going to end up wasting a shit ton of money in the long run. I hope you guys appreciated this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like. Favorite helps too. Whatever you guys can do, I appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/handecapt. And that's it, guys. Peace out. Love ya. Toodles.